A storm is coming. The land braces itself. Welcome to MotorStorm.
So it's a MotorStorm festival, basically everybody out in the desert. There's people partying, there's bands playing, there's racing. Just a big MotorStorm festival, basically. And so the theme as you progress through the game is you collect these tickets, and each ticket holds events. And so as you complete the events, you get new tickets, and you basically complete through the festival. The majority of the levels have the multiple pathways, and that goes into the different style vehicles, basically. Depending on what vehicle you're playing and what vehicle you're playing against, you might change the pathways that you take. Lighter vehicle, for example, you might want to get up on the high road and stay away from some of the bigger vehicles which are going to be more aggressive towards you. Some of them are open class, so you can choose whatever vehicle you want. Sometimes, I used in an earlier example, we'll pin you as a motorcycle against the big rigs. You're going to change your route and try and stick to the high road because you're going to want to avoid going toe-to-toe with the big rig. Basically, as all the vehicles go tearing through some of the muddy sections, they start to turn up that mud. It gets a little bit more slick, feels a little bit more muddy. So that'll definitely start to affect the vehicles each time you go around a new lap. There's the bikes, for example, which are pretty agile, good acceleration and everything. They can handle themselves quite well on some of the hard pack. They slip a little bit in the mud and maybe don't have quite as much of an advantage as a vehicle like the big rigs or the mud pluggers, which are designed for the mud. They handle a little bit better. They accelerate a little bit better. Rally cars, for example, they tend to handle a little bit better, but they have a tighter suspension. So, the incentive there is to look for the hard pack because they tend to bounce around a little bit more in some of the more undulated terrain. Yeah, the crashes are really exciting. It's got a Hollywood-style presentation there. Obviously, you want to avoid wrecking your vehicle too much because a crash will have to reset you and slow you down a little bit. But they look really cool and they're really exciting. And you're always in the action with AI crashing around you and trying to dodge them to basically win the race. You're going to have online. You can play with your buddies. You're going to be able to chat with your friends. We're going to have leaderboards, rankings, tournaments. It's going to be a good time. We expect to have the game out late February, early March. Basically, it's a racing game, but there's tons of action in this racing game. It's really a good time.